Hey there, this is Marie and Nikki. Welcome to our channel, Unsolicited Point of View.
This channel came about because we love talking about anything and everything.
Just a quick reminder that we never claim to be experts on the topics we discuss. We just wanted to share our point of view.
Warning. We say what we want when we want, and there will be no filter. California law defines marriage as a civil contract of a personal relationship of two consenting adults, while a domestic partnership centers more around a couple that shares a domestic life together. It's an option for couples who share domestic life but don't necessarily want to get married.
Boyfriend and girlfriend status, but the level of treatment is of a husband and a wife. Let's face it, many of us have put ourselves in this situation or know people that have. So for today's segment, let's tackle several shady gray areas of this setup.
Okay, so let us begin our next chapter. I'm just kidding. Next episode, please. Okay, live-in, boyfriend, girlfriend, married level of treatment. Let's go. So, I'm going to do the first question. Did you give more than your fair share? And if so, what were they? And were you okay with it? So that's like a 2 question in 1.
Naku, mukha nga 3 di ba? Anyhow.
Oh.
Not pertaining sa current relationship ko to ha. In a past relationship we're in, live in, yes. I gave more than my fair share of physical, emotional, mental, and financial part. Kasi nung time na yon, iniisip ko, nasa relasyon ako eh. So okay lang. I was looking at it as an equal partnership na mali ako. But at that time, syempre, sa relasyon mo, when you're in a relationship rather, di ba iniisip mo, you know what, this is it. Ito na yung forever ko. Ito na may kakasama ko ng habang buhay.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, hindi. Kasi hindi nag-work out. But you know what? We moved on. We learned something from it. Pero now that I am married, I still give more than my fair share. And I think if you ask him also, he will also tell you that he gives me more than 100% also. Kasi we're more into like, we're making sure na we're both happy. And you know what? Every night, he always reminds me that he loves me. And he's always asking me, is there something else I can do? So yun yung kagandahan doon. How about you?
Yes. Yes and yes and yes. I gave more than my fair share. And in fact, it was too much. And was I okay with it? No. I was not. Still am not. And
Pero at that time,
syempre, when you're starting, like you said, you give. Kasi nga, I mean, who really enters a relationship na, I mean, genuinely, naiisipin mo agad yung negative, di ba?
Oo.
Wala naman eh. If somebody does, I think, well, that's on them. But I just don't. I enter it as I go. I play by ear now. Sige, this is who I am. This is me. Ang alam ko kasi, when you're in a relationship, that's what you do. You give. And then, but you start to see later on na parang teka nga muna. Parang hindi ka na bumibigay. Parang bakit puro na ako? Doon ka na mag-iisip na parang okay, kailan ba hindi na okay? So, I did give more than I should have. And that's why it ended. And if I was at least appreciated, and if it was reciprocated, I don't mind giving myself completely. And even if they couldn't top my level of kindness, I'll be okay kung yun yung naging setup na, babe, I'm sorry na, without even apologies, but just the fact na, oh, let me do that. Let me do this because, you did that. Or you don't even have to tell me, oh, you did that. Let me just offer it. Just do this. Just do it. And women appreciate it more when you just do it. Let us notice it. And us women, believe us or not, we notice. We really notice every single detail. And it's not that we like to keep track. It's just naturally. We just remember. We just know kung ano yung binigay namin at sinusukli mo. So it's not that we're trying to keep tabs. It just comes naturally. That's all I can say with us women. Talagang, I don't know. That's just us. I don't know if we were just born that way. So
it's just how we love.
Yeah, that too. So again, kaya kailangan importante yung talaga yung kahit pa paano, somewhere in between before you get in too deep and not too soon, yung merong kayong matutunan nyo yung love language. Kasi nandun na yung parang ginawa ko to sa'yo lahat para sa'yo. Pero bakit wala kang ginagawa? Or meron ka mang gawin, it's like once or twice a year. So parang siguro, yung nga yung love language niya, hindi niya akalain na hindi pala niya nasusuklian.
Yeah.
So, again, marami tayo. Kaya kasi pag hindi mo naman na-deliver and na-discuss, it's not really safe to assume. Kasi mag-a-ask tayo, and then madi-disappoint lang tayo. Kasi hindi na alam paano suklian. So, he said, I have so much love to give. And we should give that to those who are also willing to give in return.
Yes.
So, for me, no to the takers only. It's going to be a burden to you. It's going to hurt like hell. So why put yourself in that situation? But like I said, when we enter, we give. But then when it becomes too overwhelming na hinahirapan ka na, then you take a step back. Pero kung okay lang sa'yo, na ginagawa sa'yo yun, willing ka, and it doesn't bother you, then keep going. That's not, but again, we're talking of us, our point of view, and that's me. But I still think that no woman should do more than beyond. Kasi unang-una, yun na nga, live-in kayo. Walang domestic partnership, there's no marriage. Why should you do extra? Diba?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so next question. Should couples limit themselves or have boundaries since this status is not even considered as domestic partnership? Yung pagiging boyfriend-girlfriend lang.
Yes.
Nasa mid ba?
Actually, nasa mid lang, but it wasn't on purpose. But yes. Just like everything else in life, with work, etc., there are limits. So why shouldn't it apply the same? If the treatment is balanced, then there is no need for an excessive amount of effort from any partner. Kasi nga balance na eh. You don't need to ask. And may mga taong may problema sa, why are you even asking? Well, I know I shouldn't have to, but some people just don't know. So I have to express myself. Then, sometimes when you express yourself, you're a bitch. But you're really not. You're just
personality lang.
Right? Exactly. So again, depende yan sa kausap mo, depende sa personality niyong dalawa. So, and depende rin sa approach. Okay, let's be able to, just sabi ng nanay ko, always be kind to animals.
Sinabi mo yan, hindi ako. Ganon, yung naghugas ako.
The funny thing of that is I was 8 years old the first time she told me that, and I don't know how, but I got the sarcasm for some reason. And I think that's kind of disturbing for an 8-year-old to know that.
Ganun talaga.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, yep, that's my thing. So
Okay.
now it's my turn. Let me ask you this. Okay. Which type of relationship do you prefer?
Ako, mas gusto ko na yung married. Other than the benefits law-wise. Kontento naman ako eh. I mean, hindi ko sinasabing perfect yung life ko. Okay? Siyempre, like all other relationships, it has its ups and downs. But, eto na ata eh. I mean, it's something you're familiar with. And I do like being married. Sa totaanan lang, I mean, marriage was the last thing on my mind when I got married 12 years ago. And it was an adjustment. Kasi no matter how long you've known that person for, even now, like I said, 12 years, I still discovered things about him with every interaction na hindi ko alam kanina, kahapon, or stuff like that. So, it's a journey. But yes, I do prefer being married. How about you?
The same. I prefer marriage, period. Kasi with marriage, it's like a full sentence. There's a period eh. There's no unknown, complicated. It's not hard to say, oh, this is my wife. Or this is my fiance. This is my asawa mo na. Tapos. Right? So may tuldok na siya. Asawa kita, mag-asawa tayo. We are married. God damn it. That's it. So, I'm also completely aware of this new non-label era. But for me, certain things gotta have label. Kasi ako, yung tao na kailangan kong i-categorize. Kailangan kong i-segregate. Kasi or else, I'd be lost. And I don't like the guessing game. I really don't. And nowadays, there's so much mind games. So I need a freaking label, dang it. Okay, it is what it is. It's green. It's green. It's red. It's red.
Tsaka diba, it's hard na kapag hindi mo alam kung ano ka, you can't act a certain way.
Exactly.
Diba? Don't act like you're the wife kung hindi ka naman asawa.
Wala akong karapatan magalit.
Diba?
Eh, wala ba? Tao lang ako nasasaktan. Excuse me.
Sorry naman. Akala ko.
Excuse me. Kakahiya naman sa'yo. Ikaw na nga
diba? Ikaw pa mag-a-adjust.
Right. So that's what all we're saying here is, again, kanya-kanya tayo. And I just want to add also na sa akin, obviously, na that's what works for me. And just because that's my preference, it doesn't mean that I'm going to disrespect those who prefer differently. I'm sure there are still people out there that feel the same way I do, that we do. Diba? So I just don't see myself right now being married again, but I would still prefer it between the two if I had to choose. Married it is.
There you go. Whoopee. Ganun eh.
Well,
whatever your relationship status may be, that's up to you and your partner. Just remember that no one is entitled to 100% of your focus or emotions if that person is not giving you the same thing.
I know that for some of you, there's no compromise. You take what you can get. And that's perfectly fine. As long as you both agree and are okay with it. As long as you acknowledge what you got yourselves into. And as long as it is accepted for what it is.